This is Arcadian Landscapes' newest finished project. We installed this stamped concrete pathway leading up to the house. Right at your entranceway is a nice princess flower. This has big, beautiful purple blooms that last for much of the year. Next to that, to contrast its color, is a variegated pittosporum. That's going to grow up and be about as tall as that wall. As you follow the pathway into the residence, you can see the very green, tropical look that all the plants have. This thing reminds me of Hawaii. Now, if you take a closer look at the stamped patio, this is done with a Roman slate stamp. And the way we poured this was we poured natural gray concrete, and then we used a light gray and a tan colored release color. So we spread the powder on it, and then we stamped it. And as you can see, it turned out very nice after we washed it all off with the gray splotches between the tan spots. Now here's the main feature of the whole landscape. This koi pond is about 12 feet long by 8 feet wide. It has 3 falls. As you can see, the main water comes down off of the weir and it trickles into the main pond through a waterway right there. And then you can follow the river along the pebble gravel into another fall that's right there off of that stone. And if you can just hear that noise, it's so pleasant. Not too loud, not too soft. Just enough to be a nice background noise. That tree right there is a camellia tree. Pink flowers are azalea. These little leafy ones in the front with the maroon leaves, those are bromeliads. These purple ones are lavenders. This is one of my favorite plants. This is going to be a specimen plant. It's going to grow up to about 4 feet tall. It's called a leucadendron safari sunset. I just love the tips of these leaves, how they're red in color. These bougainvilleas against the wall are going to grow up and hide that brick. And the roses are subtending them. Roses were bought from Walter Anderson's nursery down in San Diego. These white African daisies will make a very nice ground cover. This is a Robellini palm that you will see growing up to hide that fence. Hiding behind the Robellini palm is a Japanese maple, the red leaf variety. That's going to be great contrast to those palm fronds. Here's the Juncus grassy area right here with all these grasses, just to give a little change in texture. Now as we walk into the backyard, you can walk along the slate stone that I've made here. On either side of the slate stone are native drought-tolerant plants. These are the shade plants on this side. Fuchsia, fern. There's another bromeliad. This right here is called a euphorbia. Very tropical, sort of prehistoric look. Now as you come into the backyard, this grassy knoll can be sat on or done yoga on or whatever you want to do on it, but just look at that view that you get into the canyon. That's looking out west. That mountain you see in the background is Mount Soledad. Look at this grevillea at the corner of the house with these red frilly flowers. Beautiful. Now as you come around the back of the house, this area gets blasted with sun all day. So all these flowers are just sun-loving and different textures, and some are native. This one right here is one of my favorite, called the Kufia firecracker. It attracts hummingbirds and butterflies. Here's the strawberry tree right here. That's gonna grow up and cover this area of the wall between those two windows. And then, to top it all off, in the back is a deck. After we walk across this pathway again, this deck is made with TimberTech decking. It's a composite decking. It's one of the best on the market. And here's the fire bowl with the charcoal stone inside. Look, you can just sit back here behind the fire and enjoy a nice cocktail while looking at the beautiful view. While picking some lemons. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed Arcadian Landscapes' latest creation.